Putnala, good afternoon to you all. So welcome today, food process, manufacturing and industrial management, semester 6, B1 students. For today, environmental management and cleaner production session. Hope you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. So EMCP is the shortened form, abbreviation for environmental management and cleaner production. Okay, we are using this abbreviation EMCP 2018 semester 6 B1 manufacturing, food process technology and IM. So today (22nd of February 2021). Okay. Before starting, I'm just putting a slide here. Yes. This is a tank. Okay, this is a photo of a tank. Yeah. Do this. So this tank, Basava Kulam Vavel. So built 400 BC, means now this is over 2,400 years old. Was the foundation stone of a great irrigation network, not second to any ancient civilization of the world. Imagine, 400 before Christ means Christu Purva. Okay, 4th century BC. Now it's 2000, over 2,400 years back. We have a great irrigation network. Okay, so this giant tanks made by people. Great irrigation network. It's a network of, it's a solution really, not second to ancient civilization of the world. And still, this past knowledge, we didn't know this to the fullest, how the humans with so-called Now we have modern technology and all, but those days, how people made this. Even now, to build the giant tank like this, it takes years and years. Yes. But those days, yes, so 2,400 years back, this was done. So I'm very sure they have a very unique, those days, very special knowledge, and there may be very special wisdom the people are having. So imagine, before do this, those who develop this, they must have a bird's eye on this, bird eye. Bird's eye means when bird is flying over here, the bird can see it completely. So even this one, so before build, how can they have such before building? Where are the dams and the bunds to be located and all? It's a different story. Okay, so the technology behind the, not to say technology, the nature solutions behind this Bisokotua and all. So, okay, so it's wonderful. And this is actually those days, people's lives has a strong connectivity with these tanks. Yes. So that's how they assure their sustainability those days. So those days, okay, today we can say lot of issues like global warming, climate change, non-communicable diseases, water pollutions, air pollutions, toxins in food, environmental pollutions, industry emissions, mental stresses, so many things. Those days, no such thing. Imagine how great those days' lives are. Yes. So on this earth, we came for a very short period of time. And what we are doing is struggling. That's all. We are struggling. So why we don't have a peaceful living throughout? Yes. Why we are struggling with no peaceful living? Yes. And this global warming, climate change, diseases, water pollutions, all related to environment. So we didn't manage, we don't manage really environment pretty comprehensively. So we do not adhere to the nature's laws. Yes. So we don't know what we are doing really. Even you are listening, I am teaching, so you are, see, starting from the kindergartens, getting into the schools, 5-year exams, O levels, A levels, universities. So we are on a track of a defined system, just for the purpose of sustaining this system. මේ යන ක්‍රමවේදයක් තියෙනවා මේ ක්‍රමවේදයට අවශ්‍ය විදිහට මේ ක්‍රමවේදය තියාගන්න we are on this. So this is not what we need, but this is what what we are doing. This is not what we need. And the funny thing is, we don't know what we need. Yes. We think what we need is just going to schools, getting exam passed, or go to universities, then doing good jobs and earn some money and so on, so on, so on. So this is the system. And to become a doctor, a technologist, entrepreneurs and all. So we are in this system. And the subjects also for the system to support. Yes, society should be systematic, that's true. But when it comes to individuals, life should be natural. Yes, but I don't know what we are doing, what you are doing. So we have issues. That's what we say, that we have no much of directions. Sometimes your consultants and all, they are setting the directions, but these directions without happiness, contented lives. Yes, we are chasing behind something. Yes, something, but our goals are moving forward. So today goal is not the tomorrow one. So chasing the goals and all, fine, we have to do this. No issues, but our visions, our views are not that. Okay, what's the message? Okay, yes. So our visions, our views, and our view of life and the societies are not really what we supposed to do as right. So we have issues. That's why. So it is always very important to think outside these systems, outside the box, and see how the world, the people. Buddha, initial.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Buddha. Yes.
Sir, my sound is not clear, sir.
Sound is not clear. My goodness. How is it now? Because I checked my audio. I test the mic, test the speaker, looks okay, but signal may be not very good. How is it now? Can you hear, Buddha? Can you hear? Is the sound okay now?
Okay. Now.
Now maybe okay. Because I cannot make it any more better because I'm using two internet lines. One is this telecom line and the other is my mobile. So telecom line is very unstable. So that's why I'm using the mobile. That is unstable, but it looks a bit reliable. So if I try to change to the telecom line, yes, I doubt its stability. Yes, it has issues with that. That's why. So anyway, let me put the record as well. So these are the things, yeah, we have to look into. Anyway, the subject of environmental management, this happened to be essential because nowadays we lost this previous knowledge about the life, society and all somehow. We lost this due to maybe some foreign invasions who following the trends of this modern or whatever. So we lost the roots. We lost our roots centuries back with losing of our kings and all. That is 1505, I think, around that. Maybe after that and even well before that. Yes, we lost the roots. So That's why we are facing all otherwise with this kind of heritage. So how come we are struggling? How come we have these environmental issues? But countries like Japan and mostly European countries, they have no environmental issues. They're managing all very well. Scandinavian countries, European countries. They are quite, anyway, earlier they learned some lessons too, but they are relatively okay. So East Asia, like countries like Japan, Taiwan, even Korea maybe, they are managing environment very well. So, but many countries face problem about managing environment also. So anyway, I felt to share with you this. So those days people's wisdom, no instrumentations, nothing. Of course they had instrumentations. So I don't know at what level, what level this precisions they are getting really. Maybe some experience based, maybe some natural sciences based, or even there can be some simple instruments we may not know. Yeah, that's right. So somehow we are on this subject, that's all. So today we are going to learn something very general knowledge to be applied into EMCP, Environmental Management and Clean Production. So this one I call this a control system approach for EMCP, control system approach for EMCP. So the principle behind this, principles behind this, I have shared this with the B2 batch, okay? So you should learn this as well. So the principle behind this, cause and effect principle. So here the key principle behind this, key principle, the main principle behind this control system approach is EMS. This is the cause and effect, okay, behind this EMCP control system. Behind this EMCP control system. Yes, cause and effect principle. Okay, cause and effect principle. So the key or main principle is cause and effect. But we are learning the control system. Yes, for environmental management and clean production. Why we need a control system? for EMCP. Why we need a control system for EMCP? Okay. I'm putting these wordings first. Actually, I have typed this before I came to this class today. For EMCP, there are government policies and strategies. Even there are laws. There are national and international standards. Slowly coming to some your words. There are regulatory bodies like environmental authorities, ministries. There are environmental assessments. There can be testing, validation, there can be knowledge management, and even education management. So, knowledge and education management. Actually, I think the previous one is of knowledge management and education. And also, the responsibility is there. Maybe governments, they have the responsibilities. Citizens, they have the responsibilities to assure this clean environment and all. Industries, they must have the responsibilities. There are authorities responsible to assure this and all. And last but not least, even innovations are there. Okay, even innovations are there. Okay, so and laws. Even you can see environmental lawyers are there now. Environmental laws are there. So, government policies and strategies related to environment, there are. Okay, Bhutana. So, when it comes to managing, okay, when it comes to managing, so there is a huge part related to control. There is a huge part related to control. Okay. So, policies and strategies. Yes, it has some directions, means policies and strategies to direct. So, this should be in this way. So, some specification, directions means, giving directions means, yes, you are bound to follow a kind of control is there. And to obey the laws, the law enforcement authorities, they establish laws for the citizens and industries to follow. Means we have to abide by that. Means we should not deviate. What is that? Again, a control. Yes, there are controls, like parents are controlling children sometimes. Parents, they guide, they control, discipline. තාත්තලාගෙන් එහෙම ගුටි කපුවා ඇත්ත ඇතිනේ අම්මලා තාත්තලාගෙන්. Yes. So control is somehow, okay, control is played in different aspects. Sometimes direction, sometimes laws, sometimes even penalties, fines, punishments. Yeah. You read that? Yeah, even for environmental violations, people went to jail as well. So standards, yes, when the standards are followed, see, so standards means so some margins to play around within that, let's say, some standards. So again a kind of control. Quality, standards and certifications. Quality certifications means your quality is controlled. So environmental qualities are controlled. Assessments. Yes. Assessments mainly after assessment, what next to follow is control, giving direction. So whatever appraisals leading to controls. Yes, testing. If deviations, validations means you are forced, we are forced to comply those. So we cannot play around. So some control aspect is there. So knowledge management, okay? So knowledge should be managed, that's why. Let's say example for your case, grade 1, yes. Even for grade 1, you have books, some guidance for teachers and all, some guidelines, so even teachers are controlled. So they're supposed to teach what they are instructed. So your knowledge is managed. The knowledge you gained is managed. O-level exam, this is the syllabus. So the teacher must teach these things. No outside, because outside, no questions asked from outside the syllabus. So for students, yeah, it's a waste of time. They think in that way, learning from outside the syllabus. So even you can see knowledge is controlled. Education is controlled. We have a curriculum, so we have to follow this. It's a guideline there, so you cannot, even the students are supposed to follow and teachers are supposed to follow. Yeah, but students are supposed to learn, of course, but teachers are sharing with you. But this knowledge sharing from the curriculums and modules, yes, it is yes. Even innovations. So from the system itself. So innovations also sometimes, give me a second, Dean is calling me. Yes. So you can say that innovation also managed. So managed and guided, because if not, some innovations may not be that useful and effective, because that should support the system. Yeah. So means certain, even indirect, there is some directions for this. So that's why all the things listed below, control is a relevancy. Then we should understand generally about this phenomena of control. Understand the phenomena of control and the phenomena of system associated with control. That is important. Okay, so I would say based on this. So phenomena. Phenomenon means one. Phenomenon. And the systems related to control. And say this is some systematic control. Yes, systematic. Because there are system-like, okay, related to control. This one, understanding is important. Yes. Is important. Yeah. General understanding of control phenomena. Okay, general understanding. General. Okay, in general, whatever phase. Okay, general. For here for EMCP anyway, still is general. General understanding is important. If not, what if not? We will ask this question. Right? What if not? Important. And what if not understand? What if not understand? Yes. Because you have the right to learn, you have the right to understand. Okay? So if you don't want to understand, you may not. If you want to understand, yes, you may. So why if not understand? Yes. Questions, of course. Questions. So why if not understand? This is the issue. Yes. If you don't understand, you don't go for controlling. Okay? Yes. So, what if not understand? Yes. Don't go for EMCP. Go for EMCP. And let the better ones do it. Yes. Why? Why say so? Because without having this knowledge, okay, because your approach may not be complete, okay, your approach and strategy. And do you know the danger? Do you know the dangerous part of this? And yet, you think you know everything. Yes, that's right. Yes. So that leads to failures. Understand? Failures. Because you didn't understand the system very well. You didn't understand the strategy very well. Your approach is not considered all the aspects. And yet, since you didn't know that, and you have no awareness, but then you think that you know everything. Some ancient beliefs, yes, some young ones reject everything because ancient beliefs, they cannot, they don't have the capacity to review and understand in this. Once understand, yes, then you can raise your reservations or concerns. Without that, yes, with no knowledge, you are going to reject. Yeah, that is not fair. Okay, that's why. So it disturbs. Yes, it won't let you improve really. The open means, open-minded means, yes, we are okay to understand. Yes. So understanding, based on understanding, you can say. Yeah. Not based on what the knowledge you have, okay, but what the understanding and your opinions. Yeah. So that's why. So it is very important to understand this. Yeah. We'll see. I'll see. So semester 6 students. So your subject matter has some, of course, environmental knowledge, management knowledge, two things. So environmental knowledge you must have. It doesn't mean that you have the capacity for environmental management. Okay? Environmental knowledge may be air pollution. Yeah, you can learn the scientific, physical, whatever natural aspects. Okay, cleaner production. You can learn what is cleaner production, so and so. But when it comes to management, you need some knowledge. So these are the pieces of knowledge we are sharing for as a help for you to manage. Yes, that's why. So it is very important. Okay, even understanding the generic, the nature, the phenomena of controls. No environmental science, but when it comes to workability of science, okay, And to make that science put into real applications, this management aspect's important. Otherwise, you may be doing only little piece of that system and still think you are very important and you are doing a very big thing. Yes, your work is appreciated, but your work is quite narrow. That's why. So this management approaches you should learn. And that is good for the management students here. So you are also learning the true management related to environment and management. For some, this may be the first time you are hearing this. But for manufacturing, this may not be the first time, because control is a word that, yeah, even management, food, yes, and all have heard about control. So before starting, so do you need some more about the controls? Day to day. Day to day. Reflections. Simple. Riding a bike. It is quite naturally you balance it and you can ride, but controls are there. Controls related. This control is quite complicated. This is related to physicality of the bike, physicality of the rider, mentality of the rider, okay? Road and traffic conditions. Yes. Even weather and the time of the day. Whether it's night or not. It is totally, you have to have balance of these things. Yes. Okay. So you do it in very easy way, but it's very important. Yes. So most of the time, if accident happens, so you may think, of course you will realize that either your emotions or this kind of things. The control's finally responsible. Yeah. So for crisis situations, controls are finally responsible. Turning, braking, balancing, speeding, whatever. Your overtaking, so your mentality at that time, and controls are finally responsible. driving. Okay, same like riding, but little different. Difference. Vehicle. Yes. Also the same. So I'm very sure if anyone recollect your even minor accidents. Yeah. I think in your heart you says that. Yes. You may not be in fault, but part of responsibility is always with you, but no one unnoticed. I have those experiences, several times accidents. So I'm innocent, but I know that, yes, my actions lead to accidents. Yes, that's why. So that is mentality, mostly. Yes, mentality. Overtaking from the left. Yes, even I met an accident. Beating a traffic light. Met an accident. Reversing a bit in a highway. See? Yes. So we have, but all not here. Not in Sri Lanka. Even in Sri Lanka I have. So we feel that. So in myself, being a driver, I know that. Yeah, no matter how good the driving is, always the weaknesses in control, because controls may not be at top conditions all the while. Weaknesses in controls, yes, leads to accidents. Accidents means failures. Okay, accidents means failures. Yes. In controls. Okay. Weaknesses in controls. Definitely. Okay. Yes. Surely create a potential leading to failures. Yes. So management also. There are some other aspects of controls. That's right. So weaknesses in managing and control. And control. Surely create a potential which, okay, leads to failures. So not only this, even see the politics, the governments. Yes. Sometimes, yes, the managing and controls are there for wrong reasons, maybe. Wrong applications. Yes, wrong focus. Yes, that's what governments. Yes, weaknesses in managing and control. Even control system itself is out of control. It should not be in right place at right time. So control is in wrong place at wrong times, most of the time. Okay? Controls are at wrong places at wrong times, leading to failures. That's why. So now see, you can now understand this. Yeah, this knowledge is really very familiar to you, but till I explain this, yeah, you have no sense. When you know this, yeah, the simple thing, yeah, this is working and real. It will be quite beneficial to you, including environmental management and clean production. So if I don't share you and just tell about what is this and this, yeah, people like to have only this, but people don't like to share with you about the true nature of controls and how strategic should be when it comes to control and all. Because then you will be troublemakers for the others, but of course the others means the wrongdoers. For wrongdoers, you will be troublemakers, but you are right. So anyway, having this exposure is very important. Governments, control aspects. Yes. So when it comes to democracy, I'm not connecting it to anything. Yes. So democracy is not about the freedom of something like you can do any foolish things. Democracy is not that. Crazy is there, but demo is there. So even your days, we did democracies. Democracy. Yeah, but anyway, this is a democratic country. Yes, but democracy doesn't mean the freedom for anyone to do anything, no such thing. Which means there should be control aspects in proper. Yes, understand? So I take, what is that? I take just the final statement. Control aspects proper. When the control aspects are improper, okay? When the control aspects are improper, it makes prosper. Okay, prosperity, yes, makes prosperous. So that is the thing. Yeah, that is the bottom line. Okay, very successful means failure is not a relevancy. Okay, it's a word, irrelevant word, failure. Successful. Successful. And growing. Improving. Effective. Good. Beneficial. Safe. okay, and so on. Okay, so you can see all the positive things are in place. That's why. So this is very good. So even in your jobs, even in your businesses, okay, so this control aspects, okay, controls, system aspects, okay, systems aspect, that is the thing, controls, system aspects improper, are improper, are improper. Very good. Okay. Most difficult thing, human resources. Yes, controlling human resources. This depends on, so how do you control human resources? Yes. So controlling means, that's why when you have these aspects, it is different. Yes. When it comes to the controlling humans, the police, you know how they are going to control. Yes. They are the law enforcement. Okay. They are the law enforcement. In hospital, let's say patients are there. So patients are not human resources in the hospital, but anyway. So humans, including human resources. This has a lot of art. Arts involved. Has lots of arts involved. Understand? Yes, lots of arts. So, earlier times, so we were controlled by foreigners, let's say Europeans, British. Then we were like, so we had a master and the other one, servant, okay? Master and servant mentality, okay? Earlier times. Even after Europeans, British went, so they installed their servants, but working as masters for the society. That's why still we have this autocratic styles. Yes, they are more towards exercising the authority. imposing fear on the other employees. Yes. Okay. So earlier times, even now, this culture, some bad aspects, still you can see in some instances. Okay? That's why nowadays, in our times, so if you are not autocratic, what's the next? Autocratic and bureaucratic. I think bureaucratic strategies. We call the bureaucratic, autocratic and bureaucratic styles. We call bureaucracy. Yes. Official. Okay. Yes. Bureaucratic, we call it. Yes. And there is another style. Okay. We call it diplomacy. Okay. Diplomacy. Generally, envoys visiting countries from other countries. Even countries may be envoys, but envoys are meeting. Diplomacy. So they are using soft skills to control and command. Okay? Soft skills to control, to command and control. You can see sometimes the Indian High Commissioner also came, and then they are somehow convincing or enforcing. Yes, but they don't come with tough wordings, but in soft way maybe. So yeah, soft way means soft skills. So you should improve your soft skills. Okay? That's why it has lots of arts. So in military you can say it's a blend of soft skills and soft skills with some, how to say, autocratic modes. Yes, you can see military. It's quite, because military officers consider in the wars it is different. When it comes to civilians, when the military officers come to the civil societies, they are diplomats. They exercise diplomacy. In the military, they command and control. Yeah. So it's a blend. Yes, it's a blend. So behind everything, very important, understanding. To reach the right goals. Yes. So that's why. Quite interesting. Yeah. So controlling human resources. So now we have even participative leaderships. In the corporate sector, you can say participative. So you are also part of the team, of course. You are a team player. Yes. So no more like sitting and command, okay? So hope you understand this. So controlling when it comes to human elements are everywhere. So you should be very wise and very smart. And you should develop your soft skills to the fullest. Yes. So that's how the strengths you should build when it comes to controls. The wisdom and strength are. Finally, we have not started this control system yet, but prepare in the background. Give me a second, Puta. So that is, yeah. Puta, can you hear me? Okay, yeah. So even nowadays, see our, of course, governments has some leaderships. So if you notice our president's approach, yeah. So we can say he is very people friendly. Okay, but he has a huge authority, you know. But he is mostly using soft skills. So mostly using soft skills. Sumit, Puta. Yeah, you have to make, yeah, mute the mic. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. So the president, you can say he is using a lot of soft skills. Not all the while, but when it comes to meeting ordinary peoples and all, you can say, yeah, he is using soft skills for the ordinary. And with officials, still he is using diplomacies. But when diplomacy is not working, he will be in command, okay? And control means it will be autocratic. So different levels, but most of the times exercising soft skills, and that is very important, okay? But we won't say leaders supposed to be exercising soft skills all the while, but it's a strength, because exercising soft skills is not so easy for people. But some people, they don't know this value. Yeah. So they are going to question the leaderships. Not that really. Yeah. So that is exercising of soft skills. Good. And participative leaderships, you can see. So many aspects. Very interesting, right? These things. Because this is the time to give you this sense of, okay, this exposure. because you're about to move out after this semester. So you believe me, if you're very strong in your soft skills, managing soft skills, yes, you will be successful in your careers. But not only soft, but you have to be strategic, especially being autocratic and bureaucratic. It is very tough to move. Okay, but sometimes it is important, but not all the times. So let me move towards forwards. Yeah. Today, I put this slide title as Cause and Effect Reflection. Okay, cause and effect reflections. Let's say to light your room at night. Example, okay? So, to light your room at night. Yes. Let's say, need to light. Okay. The house, let's say. No, the room, room at night. Let's see. S, it is getting darker. Okay, getting darker. So you have objective. You have an objective. Okay, objective. Okay, need to light the room. Okay, because otherwise it's dark. So you have an objective or a need. See, need word is there. Need. To light the room. You have a need to light the room. Okay? Need. You know that after light the room, you feel good. So you have a need. So there should be actions. 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 What? To make it happen. Okay, to make it happen means, okay, to have light, okay, to have light in the room. Yes. So you have to, so actions. So you have to have actions or some cause of actions. Yes. Yeah, you can have different actions. Yes. Let's say funny actions. Complain to police. Will it work? Yes. Oh, calling your brother or sister. Yes, your actions. And they may be or a sister or someone, calling someone, okay, someone, telling that there is no light and we need to make the light in our room. Yes, calling someone, maybe 119, okay. Yes, sometimes people do that kind of things, actions. Yes, sometimes maybe you walk, yes, outside and talk to the sun to come back. See? Maybe you have to wait for next day morning. Okay, next day morning. Or maybe you walk towards the switch. Okay, and talk to the switch to make the room illuminated. Illuminate, or light. Or maybe you walk towards the switch. Switch. And it's enough towards the switch and set it to the on position. Yes. So actions. Oh, this is the cause. Sorry. This is the creating of the cause. So creating of the cause. Of the cause. Yes. This is important. Once you on the switch, you are doing something else. What? You are doing nothing with the light. You're just doing something physical. Moving a mechanical component. Okay? So what happens? Light appears. Okay? So this is walk towards the switch. One action. Set it to the on position, because otherwise you can talk to the switch. Yeah, that one. Set it to the on position. So two things you are doing. Okay. So that means So you didn't bring the light to the room, but you make it happen. So creating of the cause to make it happen, to make the result. Or need to get fulfilled. Yes. Light appears. Okay. Very simple. Even cooking rice, what you are doing, maybe taking reasonable portions, sufficient portions, you wash and all, and then you put some water, and then, of course, take a pot or a rice cooker, and then you make a fire, and you place it. That's all. You are creating the course only. So, boiling rice and completion of cooking rice, it's taken place only. So you are only creating the cause. So making rice, so you are only creating the cause. Creating the cause to make it happen. What this cooking rice to form. Okay, so the cooking rice will be formed. So you are doing creating cause only. Understand? Yes. That's why everything creating the cause by performing series of actions. Just by performing a series of actions. Quite wonderful. Okay? Yeah. You never noticed that. But funny thing is, you are claiming the ownership that you cooked rice. You are claiming the ownership of cooking rice. But actually you didn't cook the rice. Yes. You didn't cook the rice. Do you have that fire potential? No. So you didn't cook. Then what did you do? You create the cause to fulfill the object. Okay? So that's the part. So creating the cause and the effect will be there. That is the result. Cooked rice or what. So it is quite interesting. Okay? It is quite interesting. Yes. So don't claim any ownership for anything, because everything based on cause and effect. Yes. Yes, but you are responsible. Creating the cause, you are responsible. Responsibilities with you. Okay, but you have no origin. It's quite funny, but that's a fact. Okay, responsibilities. So let me go to a new slide. Creating the cause. Expecting what? That the desired effect will happen. Yes. Creating the cause, expecting that the desired effect, okay, or the result. Result means what result? But I have connectivity issues. Yes, very serious connectivity issues. So I'm working with only one line now, the landline with the router. So anytime this can come and go. So you have to understand this. Expecting that the desired effect or the result will happen. Okay, that's why. So sometimes you study and then sit for the exam and wait for the results. So, so if you need to have good results, you know what to do. That is creating the cause. So if you don't do what you supposed to do to get the good results, you will not get good results. That is obvious. Okay, that's why everything. The cause and effect. The cause and effect is there all the while. Okay, that's why. Cause and effect, everything. So if you need good results, you have to try hard. Then it is reasonable, at least you tried. Yeah, you tried. That is the best thing. Yeah, you tried. So need to light the room at night as it's getting darker. As the room is getting darker, okay, it means as the room, okay, it's getting darker. So the first sensing of the need. Yes. Need to light the room. I put a reasons as well. Okay. Then what to do? Yes. Actions. Actions means creating the cause. Actions to make it happen. So, creating the cause. That is what the strategists are doing. Okay? So people come with different opinions for that. Creating the cause to make it happen. Okay? Yeah. Creating the cause or create the cause. Yes. As a result. Okay? As a result. Need is fulfilled. What need? Fulfilled. Means room is no more darker. Yes. So that is the result. Room is no more darker. Yes. Okay? Because light in the room died. Okay? Because light in the room died. Yes. Done. Okay? Light in the room. Or light came to the room. Okay? Light came to the room. Room was illuminated. Is illuminated. Quite nice. So create the cause. So we have to have the right cause. So complain to police. No. Calling someone. No. Work outside. No. Work towards the switch and talk. No. So this creating the cause, but in wrong ways didn't bring the results. Okay. So I make those smaller. The right one, I keep it. Okay. So don't think this is a joke, because even we have experiences in Sri Lanka, there were conflicts. No citizens like, there were 30 old conflict went on. But for so long, we couldn't create the right course somehow. Still, there may be issues we may not know, but creating the cause, that is very important. Even education or wherever we see issues, means expecting improvements. Improvements means creating the causes, possibly. We have to think out of the box, and going for new approaches means innovations. Then it comes to innovation management. So, like this, okay? It is extremely important to know about this cause and effect principle, okay? So, that is very important. So, if you are going to be a mature, responsible leader, accomplishing the things for the society, for you, your families, and the nations. So you have to think about this, okay? So now, let's say, when it comes to EMCP control, okay? When it comes to EMCP control, I have shared this knowledge with your B2 batch, okay? Your B2 batch. So we have developed this concept from the beginning. So I'm using one slide here. See, input, requirement or situation, need the light. Creating the cause. Yes. So here, even in putting the light, there is some directions, okay? Controlled, let's say, systems here. So when you have control, because if you go to police, yes, calling police, no. Eh? So in creating the right cause, there is some controls. Later, I will explain this. Then only you will get the desired results. EMCP desired results. This is very important. Okay? Then, so 50 changed to 40 now. Okay? So we have to create the system to have those desired results. We have to create the system. So let me put the system as a story here. Okay. Carefully look into this. Okay. So observe the process here. Maybe some industry process, like following the steps to create the cause for light to happen. May light in the room, right? Creating the cause. So maybe some production processes. So emissions or pollutions or whatever should be at the controlled level. So how to do that? We have to assure that. Means feedback for reviewing. So you may be collecting the data. Or do some observations. So you take some information maybe to review whether this environmental protection is assured with the process. Because there can be issues, that's why. So you have to check it. How check? You take the real situation and you have your expectation that is reference for you. So this is like reference inputs. You take the feedback of this, what's output, you compare this, compare. And you can see with this environmental protection, the assurance of human health, environmental and sustainability assurance. You check it, compare it with your reference. Okay, you do this comparison. So that's why this comparing we call comparator. So there can be many such. Several departments can be. Environmental audits, quality management, or even management representation, whatever, there can be comparative comparisons, there can be elements or divisions. Will come something like a signal, or not to say signal, but some concerns, okay, will come out, okay. And then there can be some divisions or elements. Actuate something means trigger the first direction, okay. Actuate means based on act. So they are the first decision makers, maybe. We have to do this, this, this. Then give guidelines or directions. So first maybe inputs, these are the results of whatever the actuator elements. In companies, there can be director board or the environmental manager, or even can be a team. Decide what should be done based on the inputs and give the directions. Then some divisions, they will look into the issues and they decide how can this be done, how, and command or actions towards this. And again verifying by getting a feedback, okay, feedback. So this will be continuous. So somehow lucky we are back again. So I just put here metal sharing means metal cutting. So assuring minimum scrap, minimize scrap. Okay, minimized scrap. So this is something like industry process maybe. So I just take. So you are evaluating the percentage of scrap. So you are checking it. You are evaluating the scrap here percentage wise because scraps are here, but we don't know whether it is sufficiently minimized or not. So we take the scrap stocks. So we have standards. We compare it. If still scrap more, yes, we pass the information to the respective authorities to take the first directive actions. Then, so they will act on minimizing further. Okay, so that is, so then they will recommend how to minimize. So then taking on the process to minimize further, yes, again improved. Likewise, we have to have this continuously or continually acting systems. So I just put here manufacturing a little process, metal shearing. There are shearing means some big sheet metals. So you have to cut using a wider blades. We call it shear. Okay, shearing machines. Okay, so it is not cutting but shearing. So this is one of the examples. Even in an office, let's say the paper wastages. Also, you can have similar output is waste paper, whether it is minimized as expected or as established or as targeted goals. So you take back the information, compare with the requirement. That's why comparative. Then feedback to the authorities. So they give the command. Okay, feedback as a problem to the authorities. So the command may be giving some instructions, minimize paper wastage. Then the control elements, maybe different departments. They decide how to do that because they know what to do, and based on how to do, instructions and new process guidelines all comes out, improvements, and paper wastage reduced. But to confirm that, we have to evaluate the output again to compare. If it's okay, even still informed, sometimes they will further make the standards higher stakes. Yes, go for that. So they will look into how, maybe going for new technologies, green solutions, and further minimize the waste. So you have green processes and then pretty much reduced waste. So you have green technology approaches. And your product may be more greener product. Okay, greener product. So your greener technologies, greener processes, even more greener raw materials, maybe greener designs, and then greener products, and even no waste, reduce, reuse, and recycling. So you can see waste is in bare minimal. Okay, so there can be, we call it the circular economy. Later we will discuss this one. So finally, all green processes. So I just put here EMCP control on metal shearing, but this can be for many. Okay, so more many. So this is by right should be so quite general. Okay, quite general. So general in the sense, not only for metal shearing, this can be for anything. Okay, so that's all, Putala, for today, and thank you very much for being with the class so long. Of course, 2 hours, not that long, but anyway. I hope you understand that. You should be impressed of having a general, important, basic, key knowledge about control systems and their usage beyond environmental management and cleaner production. Okay, this helps you for sure, this knowledge. So let me touch a bit on this in the coming sessions, because today we have discussed a lot of basis. We evaluate, we value this requirement. So it took some time because environmental management, so management parts, today we have discussed a lot. So thank you very much. And any questions before stopping? Yes, Lamai. Any questions? So I can see FPT. So what? Manufacturing there? Yes. We have only 4 manufacturing. Sorry, 3 manufacturing. All the 3 as guests. Yes. Anyway, manufacturing students. So we expect your more participation, because watching a video is one thing, but if you don't attend lectures, it is impossible you will be watching the videos. Food. Also there is some more participation. So when it comes to IM, it is more. Anyway, today it's the day of IM. You have learned something very good. So Ekanayaka, Puta, Takshila, I hope you all are here. So make sure your participation become better and better. So that is very important. So food also, you have to improve the participation. Yes. And manufacturing also, I expect. That's all, Putala. So thank you very much. So let me stop the class now. So good luck you all. Take care and try to have this knowledge. This knowledge will improve you all. So we will come into more subject matters in coming sessions. So as I requested repeatedly, please give me manufacturing, IM and FPT batch reps. Give me your total student number, because I have to make 5 groups from each batch, means manufacturing, IM and food. I have to make 5 groups. So please send me the active list of students. Otherwise, I have to ask from the coordinators to this. Sorry, yeah, subject coordinators. Tamara Madam and Kamal Sir, and also it will be troublesome for them. If you have the active students list, anyway, try to get it from coordinators and pass it to me. Then I will do the grouping for you. Okay, Takshila Inodabhutamela. Yes, food representative, Ishara Inod. Are you there? So manufacturing person. Yes, okay. So no one there, it seems, but anyway, pass this message to your representatives, Putala. Thank you. That's all. Then let me stop the class. Bye for now. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.